Hello, hello. Good morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff. I am joined once more by.
Also Jeff, but then you could just also call me Matthias if you feel inclined to do
I think you're confusing people. I'm not gonna.
it.
Who don't know you're like.
I
is it
really
Jeff
I
or is it
my
Matthias?
thing my goal is in 10 years, like when the podcast is like going places and we're doing stuff, it's like, oh yeah, like that's Jeff and Jeff. And then like hold on. Hold on, guy.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll.
Then that's Jeff.
Yes.
Which is me.
But yes, we're back with the Versus Live. We're talking all things poetry.
Yeah.
And I basically Matthias. First of all, Matthias is alone at home nowadays.
Well, I'm not alone at home because I have a dog. We
You
have a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it up for the dog.
Clap it up. For shout out to my dog Secret. She's at home right now. Please do not go into the refrigerator. I know you know how to open it. Don't do it. Bad. No, sit. Good. She'll know.
Good job, Secret.
Good job, Secret.
Does she actually know how to go in the fridge?
She knows how to open. Like if she like gets next to it, she can kind of. Like now, I haven't seen her actually open it before, but I think the mechanism is there for her to be able to do it.
Like if she's behind a door and she knows something is on the other side of a door, can she open the door?
Like she'll know, she knows how to nut. She doesn't know how to do like a handle or anything like that. But because the refrigerator, like all you have to do is break the airlock and then it's in. So I think if you let her, we just never have let her, but she could kind of get her nose right over there.
So that's how you get in fridges. You have to break the airlock.
I've just been getting new. I've just been getting new fridges. I'm like, I can't open this. I just need other. I need other food.
But Ajane, your wife, she's also the host of the Versus. Not the Versus. She's the host of the
Versus
podcast.
So shout out to the Versus podcast or Versus podcast
from the Poetry Foundation.
From the Poetry Foundation. My wife Ajane Dawkins and her best friend and what was it? Matron of Honor, whichever. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Matron of Honor. Yeah. Matron of Honor at our wedding, Brittany Rogers. Shout out both of them for that super dope podcast. I think they're going to be starting. I think she's going to getting some stuff prepped, so they should be kind of really heavy into the recording season here coming up soon. So shout out to them going into their second season with it. But yeah, she's at the Torch Literary Retreat. Actually, it's the very first Torch Literary Retreat.
To Torch on holding our first retreat.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and push that button. So that's where she's at right now. She's been like texting me and calling me like every couple minutes with updates, just essentially saying how beautiful and how amazing it is. And that's so I'm super excited for the work that she's going to be coming home with. So it should be really dope.
In case people are interested in that retreat, is it primarily for Black women or is it for women of color?
To my understanding, it's for Black women.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to. I don't want to speak for them, and right. I don't think I'm super read in enough with them to be like, okay, and kind of speak for them. But listen, if you're interested in it, even if you're interested in just ways you can support or kind of be a part, I don't think it absolutely doesn't hurt, reaching out. It doesn't hurt like doing some research and taking a look. Again, Torch Literary Retreat. They're in Texas right now.
Okay.
Getting that thing underway. So yeah, figure out how you can support.
Texas, tap in. Okay. Do you know what part of Texas she's in?
Austin.
Okay. All right. San Antonio is better, but Austin's is okay. Austin's okay.
Wimbyama.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got him.
You got him. We'll see how he does.
We'll
see how he does.
I feel like a lot of people in the NBA are like, oh, I could lock him down. Like he's not gonna be. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like 7'5" with shoes on.
I mean, so that means
I'm only 7'2" with you.
Power forward.
You think?
It's like,
no, I mean, honestly, he might. I mean, he might run. I would think about running him as just like your scoring forward. I would think about it.
I mean, especially with his size, because he's kind of, if you want it, like imagine him going up against like Embiid. Like, I mean, that's a.
Yeah, like he's not. That's what I'm saying. Like he's not going to be able to bang down low against Embiid, but
maybe.
But not. Think about who he's going to have to go up against in power forward. And if you're the small forward, it's like you're or the shooting forward. I guess they have it now, but it's like small forward. If you're a small forward, it's like, you have pretty much shooting guards, or maybe some larger shooting guards that you're going up against, and like none of those guys are going to be able to jump, with Wemby, and none of them are going to be able to kind of, if you're fast enough to maybe kind of handle him like on the perimeter, like he has pretty solid court vision, and you're not going to be able to disrupt that pass. And this is not a basketball podcast. This this is slowly. We're slowly transforming
between the
into it. We saw we saw the Jaylen Brown's contract, and we said, how do we transform this into?
If you're a poet trying to make money, join the NBA and sign your $300 million.
Yeah, if you're a poet trying to make money, just stop writing poems.
Just grow.
And if you can be 6'5", 6 feet, 6'5", 6'6" at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? That'll get you. If you're a 6'6" shooting, a 6'6" point guard, you're solid.
But the thing is, though, 6'6", you also need to have skills on the ball. Whereas, like, if you're like 7'2", 7'3", with no handles and no shot,
they don't even. You don't even have to work. You don't even have to work out. Like, you could just like, have you held a Spalding before? Once when I was at year end, number 3 you're at least number 3 in the draft. Come on, guys,
this year,
get this guy, because it's like he's not even doing anything. He catches the ball, he turns around, and you
just need to be there.
All you have to do, it's not even, you don't have to, like, what do you mean catch it on the low block? What does that even mean to a guy that's 7'5"? Shoes on.
I'm gonna send this back to Poach, because people are like, this is way more NBA than I wanted. I don't even need to be reminded how,
but not as much as it could be. And you guys remember that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because if you're in the NBA, your contracts are limited by what they're willing to pay you. But if you're your own poet, your potential earnings are infinite.
Yes, Jeff. Jeff, you've cracked the code. That you guys heard it. Why you see these guys getting millions of dollars? Whoa, hold on. Do you want to be a basketball player, or do you want to take a second look? Do you want to take a second look at these stanzas? Maybe see.
They're limited.
See what you got going on there. But yeah, all in all, again, shout out to Torch Literary in Austin, Texas, where this conversation started. So yeah, shout out to them.
But we do have poetry, and we actually have a challenge for us. So Matthias, I think I actually was starting to tell the story. So Matthias came in, he's like, "Hey, what are we doing today?" And I showed him what I'm going to show you right now.
That's how the podcast got started. I didn't even know him before that. I just said, "Hey, are you doing something today?" And he was just like, I have a camera set up. And then he was like, "Do you write poems?" And I said, "I don't, but I can learn." Yeah. And then that's what this podcast has been, a journey of just me learning what poems are. Yes. Stanzas. I'm joking. It's a grid.
So this is in fact a grid. And what we're going to do today, this is actually an activity I learned when I attended Kalu back in 2017.
Shout out to Kalu.
Yeah. Shout out to Kalu. Hope one day it comes back. If you ever have a chance to work with Vivey Francis or Greg Pardlow, I strongly encourage it. Completely changed my writing. But one of the things that happens in writing is that sometimes you're describing things and we fall into cliche. We fall into expected phrasing. We fall into language that just doesn't feel fresh. So this is an exercise that we're going to do to practice breaking away from that. This is not something that you have to do, in one sitting, but this is something that, let's say you're trying to describe something and you're like, I want to get some fresh language. So what we are going to do is we're going to take the color black and we're going to find...
Is black a color?
The absence of light. Is that what so it's actually on that. Let's take it. Again, focusing on color. So I could actually write that for my first block. Absence of light.
I'm already winning.
You did great. You're doing great. So now all we need to do is think of 49 more ways to say the color black. And the goal with this is it's okay to start off with the kind of the expected things or the predictable things, the things that, kind of jump out immediately at you. But eventually, as you get through with this, the goal is also to kind of start breaking away from that and to start getting into things that are stranger, more unusual, less expected. So, for instance, these headphones that we're not using right now. So, like, for instance, I could say the headphones in my home office. Now, maybe that's not going to work great in a poem because many people have not been in my home office, so they wouldn't actually know that, but it's just kind of things
More
that
people
kind of
than you would
resonate.
imagine.
When?
Sometimes I just have parties over here,
It's
and I'm
like
just like, come to Jeff's
it's like
home
office.
office.
It's
come
cozy,
in here.
but like it's all right.
Just look through that window.
Okay, so we're gonna take turns. Okay.
All right.
So you start off with the absence of light, intentional or not.
Okay.
I said the headphones in my home office. Can you give me another thing that's black? And if you're watching this, I encourage you to make your own table. Whether you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, or live with us, I encourage you to send us some suggestions, things that we could include in our chart, things you include in your chart. You can choose, maybe you're working on a poem, maybe you don't need a color, maybe you need like a taste, maybe you need like an object or something like that. Do what you need. But let us know what you're working on. But enough stalling. Matthias.
What my mind sees when my eyes are closed.
That's still what your eyes see? Your eyes still see, it's just they see like inside.
But your brain is registering the information.
Well, yeah. It's like, so it's basically saying like nothing really exists. It's just all neural impulses.
No, I'm saying, well, things exist, but it's like the mechanism that, like, if you take your eyes, but okay, so
you will not
light is being pushed through your retinas, and then your brain is calculating and saying, oh, this is what I am looking at. And so, like, your eyes, you can say you see with your eyes, but you're using your eyes to see, and it's your mind that's seeing it, or maybe more aptly your brain. But I like mind.
I forget what exactly it was, but like the way that the information enters your brain, actually your brain has to like swap it around. I forget.
My brain like kind of puts it into a little snow globe and shakes it, and then it just, oh, it's a red bookshelf. It's a red bookshelf, right?
That one? Definitely. It's actually a black.
The snow globe strikes again.
Okay, so what your mind sees when your eyes are closed. Okay, I'm going to go. Listen, I'm just going to say coal.
Asphalt.
Say asphalt?
Yeah, asphalt.
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 Asphalt?
It's ASPH.
Asphalt. Asphalt. Have you always said it? Is this all right? So
is this the end of our friendship? Have you always said that?
I didn't even know
Get
that
out of
was
my
I
house.
just didn't even know that was an option. My mind is blown right now. What is happening? So, all right. So, how do you guys say this word?
How did I tell you?
I've never. That's amazing.
This was like the most traumatic part of our.
My mind is
I can't believe
right now.
What's happening right now.
Never even crossed my mind that is possible. I've never even known. That's like I was doing. So I teach pronunciation, and I was shooting a video for my students, and we were practicing pitch. So,
what does baseball have to do with it?
Pitch as in pitch as in
I was joking.
They just like going from a higher pitch to a lower pitch. So we were using the word this. So I was like, so I did this, and then Kathy kind of shadowed me in the video. So it was just like this. But then Kathy did like this. And it's like, Since when did you have a lisp? Like, she's never had a lisp in her whole life, and then like she didn't even know she was doing it. And then I played the video back to her. I was like, "Oh my gosh, wow, what's that?" No idea. But asphalt.
That's
so wild. Okay. Other. I don't want to say like the dark side. I'm going to say the other side.
Obsidian.
That's a nice one. Jet.
Ooh. Metallic.
Metallic?
We have like metallic black, right?
Yeah, right. Sure. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can have asphalt. You can have metallic. You can have whatever you want, man. Okay. Let me get some strangers. How about this? Widow crawling behind my dryer. My fryer. My dryer.
Matt.
Like the TTE?
Mm-hmm. No, me, me, Jeff.
I'm Matt Black. On the floor.
If you guys don't know, I do identify as black. So that's. I don't know if this is kind of a big transformation for a lot of you guys, but for me, just like I've always felt black on the inside. It's time for me to really kind of live my truth. So everybody.
This is hang on. We have to give you your due. Hang on. All right, say your truth,
everybody. And I'm 32 years. Yep, it's 32 years, and I would like to officially tell everybody out there. Man, it's so emotional. I am black. It's just a weight off my shoulders, guys.
I'm so proud of you.
I never thought I would be here.
I'm really proud of you.
I never thought I would be here with this, but then I could start saying the N-word. I'm gonna ease into it. I don't want to say it now because I don't. It's like a lot. It's too fresh, but kind of I'm gonna work myself into it. So I'm not gonna put it on the graph, but just know I'm thinking it.
And if some of you are thinking that's not right, don't. You need to stop.
So I'm gonna comment like, me too. I also. It's fun that I really like. What?
All right. I don't know how we got there from Matt.
I can see the logical progression that happened
there. Black. You don't need to know if this is true or not.
Okay. The Cape of the Crusader.
The k sounds there. Those are nice.
What was that?
I like the k sounds. Cape Crusader, yeah. Crusader.
Now I'm gonna start saying that just to make a point. Obsidian.
There's lyrics for everything.
The other side of the moon. She. It's my headphones. She.
Other things that are black.
I feel like a door that explores. Can you put the other things that are black? Point them out. There you go, right there.
Let's say under the bamboo leaf.
Oh, okay. The midnight sky.
Other things that are black. Um, house was the house.
The Mandalorian Darksaber.
Wait, what?
The Mandalorian Darksaber.
They have a black lightsaber.
Oh, I mean, it gets technically, yeah. Well, they do have black lightsabers, but it's a dark saber, so it actually looks a lot more like a sword. Like it looks like the blade of a sword.
I have not heard of this before.
Ever?
Dark saber. We're taking a field trip, folks. Give me a moment. I've not watched them anymore. What are your thoughts? Is it good?
It could have been a lot. Like I think the last season kind of drained me a little bit, but it's not as bad as it could be, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
people describe me.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, is that it?
Yep.
Is he supposed to? That's
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Cool. It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, because the dark sabers, those are the ones that like the Mandalorians have.
I wasn't aware of that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all learning things today.
They actually predate the lightsabers. So just to let you guys in on a little information.
Yeah. Like how you did them information.
Information is.
Okay. Other things that are black.
I feel like I have an insult, like, and it wouldn't be necessarily insulting to the person. Maybe not. It's not. It's like a movie. It's like a movie reference. But I actually don't want to say it on this stream because it seems like it would be a little messed up. But it's a movie reference. But most of you guys wouldn't get it. So let me know. The idle television screen.
After the fire. Let's get weirder. You can get weird, really weird.
Eyes of the Demon. Oh, it's supernatural. Their eyes go black. So just like that's like the one that's in my closet. His eyes go black.
You really tells me to make Ajane, he is not talking about you. He is not talking about you.
Then he tells me to make banana bread and take the trash out.
Please.
No, seriously.
I asked you yesterday.
Your dark lord compels you. Do the dishes.
I refuse.
Oh, man.
Strange things, other things. And the first thing that came to mind is just after the tiger stripes. I know it's not strange.
Tiger stripes, that's good. the imploded star.
Hmm.
Isn't that like a black hole?
I think it depends how big the star is, but yeah. If we have some astronomers in here.
I'm pretty sure, as far as astronomy goes, I know all the planets in order. So I don't know.
Including Pluto? No, Pluto.
Both. Okay. No, either way. It's up to you guys.
Fun fact, isn't Pluto not always the farthest planet?
Well, it's not always a planet.
All right, well, it's not always like the farthest thing. Like I think sometimes like Neptune is farther because it has like a weird lift.
I'll take you through it. First of all, the sun's a hot star. Mercury's hot too. Venus is the brightest planet. Earth's home to me and you. Mars is a red one. Jupiter's most wide. Saturn has those icy rings. Uranus spins on the side. Neptune's really windy, but Pluto's really small. We named the planets. Now we named them all. And I would challenge any astronomer out there to disprove my findings.
Would you like Pluto to be a planet?
No. It's not really.
It's better without it. All right.
It's like 8's a solid number. You know what I mean? We had Pluto. It's just like, okay, now it's 9. Now here's this guy who like barely got in.
That's okay. That's fair. Going back. How do I describe it though?
Wife calling me.
She heard us talk
while I'm doing a show.
Did you wash the dishes?
Did you clean the tabletops?
if you need to talk to her,
no. I mean, she's just calling because she said a thing. I don't want to.
Okay.
Oh, actually, let's answer it. Hold on. What about that? Hey, babe, we're recording the podcast. You're good. Say hi to Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi. Good to see you.
How are you?
Good. Congratulations on your thing.
Thank you. It's so nice.
You want to say something to the people of the podcast?
Wow. Keep poetry alive.
Ajane says to keep poetry alive. These are good words.
Support Black women writers.
Support Black women writers.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me not.
All right. Thank you so much, Ajane Dawkins, for your unbiased contributions to our poetry podcast. You have been such a great inspiration and help.
You're welcome.
All right,
thanks to our guest, Ajane. Cool. So in that time, I mentioned cooled lava.
Cooled lava
turns black.
Who knew? Let me see. Scorched earth.
I see a trend.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
Ooh.
That's what the lava and the scorched earth. Something really weird. Be like, what? I want a what reaction? By the way, if you're making your own chart, let us know how your charts are going.
It's messed up because I have like jokes, but I feel like I can't put the jokes in here.
We can maybe edit them out.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
What kind of jokes you making with that?
I don't know, man.
Besides After Dark is his comedy.
This is straight funny. Maybe it's funny. It's at least comedy. I can't tell you if it's funny or not. People think that comedy has to be funny. This is the comedian's attempt at comedy. It's an attempt at being funny. So,
I mean, poetry's comedy. You're just laughing at our pain.
That's fair. Let me think, man. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think of ones that aren't. The letters on the scroll.
I mean, that's a little more neutral, I feel. I like the letters. Other things that are strange and black. And by the way, this is kind of what's supposed to happen. Like the farther you get on the chart, the harder it is supposed to be to complete. 'Cause you're supposed to be kind of pushing yourself. Closed mouth. Almost turn like riddles.
The skeleton in the chimney. Yeah. The limitations is over, baby.
So many questions on that.
Have you done the dishes yet? Oh man.
Smoking candle.
The shuriken.
Huh?
Shuriken. The ninjas?
Is that what the
Shuriken. Shuriken.
spell for me?
Let's find out together.
You don't even know this. I believe you, but I don't want to. You have to watch out for Matthias because sometimes he be making stuff up.
Yeah. Shuriken.
Shuri.
Ken.
What is it?
Shuriken. It's like ninjas use it.
It's like the star?
Yeah. But it's like
a-
there's the stars, there's 4-point ones, there's
Oh, so it's
straight knife looking ones.
It's a projectile that you launch.
Yeah.
Sure. Got you. All right. Sorry. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shuriken. Skeleton in the chimney. The closed mouth.
Actually, speaking of that, whoa, press the wrong button. Brothers, hungover, fools.
What?
Gets weird. Gets real weird.
He has like a black voice?
This is- I mean, he can. I mean, dad.
He's drunk. Hey, my name's Greg. What's going on, man? Why that guy looking like me?
I'm thinking more of like the depth and the deepness of things.
Okay. Hey, whatever you say, brother. Oh man, shout out to Greg.
He can explain himself next.
Oh man, that's That's good stuff.
Yeah.
You dang right. Get them stanzas going.
Grab the shirt.
Is this shower? Is this mode in the shower? Hey. Oh, gosh. That's man. The Firestone tire inner tube. I don't know why I was so specific. I didn't have to be that specific. You can just put the tire in the tube.
You mentioned the Firestone. They need that good publicity. They're our sponsor.
If you guys want to sponsor a poetry podcast, if you guys got to sponsor a poetry, come on, man.
We can do tire company.
That's not my black voice. That's Greg's hungover. Oh my god. Classic time. Oh man.
The lungs after camels.
Okay.
Some brands in there.
The rib in space time.
Say the rib or the rift?
Rip.
The rip, neither. All right. The shrimp?
The shrimps in space.
Lobster. Eyes. Following me. In the... Some weird punctuation going on there.
The ocean depth.
Okay, final three. Trying to finish our chart. We're going to try to think of 50, 40. I forgot how many I made. I think it was just 40. 40 ways to say black without saying black. In fresh ways. Fresh toner in the printer.
Ooh, that's good.
Here's a nice feeling.
Tar.
Star. Boards erased. Real used erased. All right. There we have it.
Brother's hangover voice is actually the funniest.
Good.
It's the Mandalorian's light state dark saber. Come on. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man. Classic.
Yeah. All right. How do you feel about that? Let's kind of talk about the exercise really quick. How do you feel about it?
I liked it. I feel like there is some real utility in being able to expand what word, because the thing is, it's like all the words that we use, like all the references that we use, it's like it's really easy. I mean, maybe some of them are a little bit obscure. I'm thinking like stuff like definitely your brother's hungover was, but like the Mandalorian Darksaber, like unless you're like a Star Wars fan or something like that. But most of these are things that are, you know, fairly easily accessible without too much effort to like kind of research. And so I think a lot of times when it comes to putting things to paper or typing things in, you're thinking of the quickest thing to get your description going. So like maybe like the quickest thing, the first thing you think of is black. So you just say black. And you don't really think about all the other ways that you can really bring that poem or bring that phrase to life. And what we talk about a lot is using as many opportunities as you can to inject an image into the reader's our listeners' mind. And yeah, these just kind of give you some opportunities where you would have maybe just used black. You have some images that you can invoke.
And I think too, like the different situations, they convey also different emotions and things like that, like disgust, like like mold in your shower, maybe fear, like the widow crawling behind the dryer, pain, like frostbite, so it's like if you just use the word black, it doesn't necessarily always have that emotional value, whereas like these things you can start incorporating a lot. It's a lot more evocative, right? Which can be really helpful also just in terms of, once you have your draft of your poem, you can be like, okay, what are some of the reigning emotions in this piece, in which maybe I can find a description for an object or something that happens in a way that also furthers that.
Yeah. I think it's talked about a lot when it comes to like filmmaking, and really the other kind of aspects are, but filmmaking, but there's also when it comes to like, I think singing as a medium too, when you are looking for more ways to convey your message that aren't just the words themselves, aren't the fact of the words, you know what I mean? And so in a song, it's like, you might be saying one thing, you might be talking about like, let's say a breakup, and so it's not just the words that you're using that's going to get the listener to from A to point B when it comes from point A to point B when it comes to like, okay, this is a breakup song. It's also going to be the melody. It might be the instrumentation that's used in this music that really invokes all those things to where like now it's a cohesive song that's kind of delivering all those tonality, or it's delivering all those things to kind of invoke the tonality that you're going for, which is like, breakup song, like, maybe heartache, whatever feeling that you're trying to get at. And it's the same kind of thing when it comes to poems. I think this is a good thing. It's a good opportunity to, I think it's always a good thing to kind of utilize, if you have like a circle of friends, people like poets that you trust, that maybe y'all exchange poems and stuff like that, because where you might not see an opportunity for an image like this, somebody else might, and it might be like really super useful because you're thinking to yourself, black is as deep as I need it to go. And, or maybe you used one of these other ones, so like maybe you used the skeleton in the chimney, but it's like when you're describing it black, like something that's black, it's like you're talking about like, your childhood poem of you learning how to ride a bike, and you're trying to describe the tires, and you're like, yeah, and the tires were the color of the skeleton in the chimney. It's like, what what just happened? And but as opposed to that, depending on whatever other images that you're trying to invoke in the poem, like one of the other ones might have helped a little bit more. So yeah.
Again, it doesn't have to just be for adjectives. You can do this like with nouns. You can do this with lots of different word choices and things like that. Like I said, I think the one we did today was 40. The exercise that we actually had was 50. So it's like it's even adding a layer. And keep in mind, I mean, we split this. It was like 2020. It's like imagine you're working on this on your own. This is something that can take time.
It'll stretch you, you know what I mean? And then you have to start really thinking of these images really practically.
Yeah. And I think the very first time I did it, I stuck with the very predictable stuff, black, dark, coal, night, kind of like the words that you would expect. And, but then and I think it wasn't just me, it was a lot of people, because we had never done this before. So then like, we came into class because it had been one of our homework assignments, and then Vivy just like looks at these and she starts just pointing out like the really strange ones and things like that. And it's like, no, this is the stuff that's really working. You know, good palms have something strange about them. You know, so how are you incorporating that? And I think the other thing you see too is it becomes less about the color. You like, for instance, in that example, like if you're describing the tires of your bike, like, oh, the tires on my bike were, you know, blacker than frostbite. Well, then you can actually, which is fine, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But then the layers that adds, oh, like the tires on my bike were frostbite. I mean, that adds a whole new thing. It's like, wait, what? How is that? And then like you kind of just it can completely change the direction of your palm in a way that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
So try it out. Let us know what your words are. I'll be honest, that's kind of all I had for today.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you should read our list, but you should read it as your brother who's hungover. I feel like the people are really invested.
So you know you're just my head 40 words for black. Greg, I know you don't sound like this. This absence of light. I have the headphones in my home office. What my mind sees when my eyes are closed. Cool. Ash.
Wait, this was to be my black.
I told you, like, it was more about this heaviness and things like that.
What? But how was that black?
It's just like the heaviness and the pain, like you're this
All right.
panic and things like that.
I'm gonna read some as what I imagined what Jeff meant.
Go for it.
Man, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the other side of the moon, bro. Obsidian. That was a black in the 70s. Hey, man, this job jet. This old job metallic. Window crawling behind my man. So, you know, the widow that's in the window. Matt. Oh man,
I'm gonna marry her.
Hey, ain't finna do nothing. You better get with your old man. Oh wait. That's cold, Joe. Oh man. And I use this time to reiterate that I am identifying as black. So don't, if anybody's offended, just understand I've picked up the mantle and I'm carrying that with me.
I guess I should say my dad's black.
I should say this because it seems as if this could be taken in obscure. This is a black ran podcast. Okay. What is that? I feel like if we're like when we get like larger and then like years later somebody's gonna like go back to this podcast and they're gonna be like, hey, get them. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Greg's gonna have Greg is gonna be the one that's really gonna have to worry about it. I'm like, this guy Greg.
I can change my name really quick.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just read through these again, just really quick, normal voice.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to like interchange them? Like here, actually, do you want to read mine and I'll read yours, and we'll just go back and forth?
Fine.
Okay.
All right. So you went first. So good. 40 other ways to describe the word black. Absence of light.
The headphones in my home office.
Oh, this was yours. Yeah. What my mind sees when my eyes are closed.
Coal.
Asphalt.
The other side of the moon.
Obsidian.
Jet.
Metallic.
The widow crawling behind my dryer.
Matte.
The mold in my shower.
The cape of the crusader.
Under the bamboo leaf.
Midnight sky.
The house I enter.
The Mandalorian Darksaber.
The scab.
The idle television screen.
After the fire.
Eyes of the demon.
Tiger stripes.
The imploded star.
Cooled lava.
Scorched earth.
Frostbite.
The letters on the that should have said scroll. I don't know what I was thinking of. The letters on the scroll. Excuse me.
Close the mouth.
The skeleton in the chimney.
The smoking candle.
Shuriken.
My brother's hungover voice.
The firestone inner tube.
The lungs after camels.
The rip in space time.
The lobster's eyes following me in the tank.
The ocean depth.
Fresh toner in the printer.
Tar.
The boards I erased every detention.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it. We did a thing. We did a good thing. All right, guys. Let us know how your experiments go, whether you use the same color we did, a different thing. Send us some of your words, some of your more interesting ones.
Yeah, pop up a great. You know, we should do it on. What is it? Threads. That would be good.
That
like,
is,
you
yeah.
know, be like,
We can definitely do a post test related to that. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. But closing us out, my name is Jeff.
My name's Matthias.
Thank you guys for your time. We'll see you later. Good day, good night, good afternoon. Take care. Bye.